An American family mourning the loss of their loved one may soon get answers. Tonight on our news, we'll tell you the deadly police-involved shooting being investigated. And we'll also tell you the alleged plot to smuggle marijuana into the Department of Corrections. Find out the two women accused and when they're expected back in court. Plus, legislation to lower compulsory school age and changes to early childhood care up for debate in the Senate. Then in our news at 7:30, bracing for higher gas prices.
Tonight in our news, a veteran in the fuel retailing industry speaks on the impact a conflict in the Middle East could have on local fuel prices. Stay tuned to our news tonight for more details.
Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. The family of an American man who was killed by an off-duty police officer over the weekend may soon get the answers they're looking for. A criminal investigation has now been launched into that shooting that claimed the life of the American pike worker. Delvado Emmanuel spoke with the National Security Minister and he gets us started tonight.
I'm made to understand a criminal investigation was open. I've not been briefed on him going to court. You must remember now that the DPP advises the police on charging. So the only thing I'm guaranteed to know is that a criminal investigation has been opened.
National Security Minister Wayne Monroe confirming that the off-duty officer involved in the killing of American Cody Castillo is now at the center of criminal investigation. The Crawfordville, Florida native was killed Saturday evening outside a West Bay Street restaurant, leaving behind his wife Michaela, who was pregnant with their first child. Police say the incident unfolded when an altercation involving the off-duty officer escalated. According to the official report, the off-duty officer was at the business when an altercation began inside and continued outside. Police allege Castillo entered his vehicle and drove it in a threatening manner toward the officer. Monroe says investigators will now determine whether criminal charges should be filed.
The police responded to the scene, acquired CCTV footage, as they always do, and commenced an investigation. And they will follow the investigation to its natural conclusion. If there's evidence that criminal charges should be levied, they will do it. If at the conclusion they determine that they aren't comfortable in levying criminal charges, it goes to a coroner's inquest.
With U.S. officials now involved, National Security Minister says their calls for justice have not influenced the course of investigation into that police-involved killing of a U.S. pike worker on Saturday.
You remember the young man who was killed in Exuma by the officer who was put before the court for that. And he wasn't an American citizen, and the U.S. Embassy had nothing at all to say about it. We've seen any number of police officers, correctional officers, RBDF officers brought before the court by the Royal Bahamas Police Force investigations. In fact, a lot of the complaints or a lot of the conversation is about the number of law enforcement officers being charged before the court. Well, surely that is proof that law enforcement is just that. They enforce the law regardless of who you are.
Reporting for our news, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
All right, thanks, Delvado. And two women accused of a plot to smuggle marijuana into the Department of Corrections. Constable Demetrius Stubbs, who worked in the cell block at Magistrates Court, and Precious Clark, a patient care technician at the prison's infirmary, are accused of planning to smuggle 2.4 pounds of marijuana onto the compound. Police allegedly seized the drugs after they executed a search warrant on Clark's home on March 16th. Clark's roommate, Charlene Alexis, was also arrested as a result of the discovery. Authorities allegedly learned of the plan to take the drugs into the Department of Corrections after examining their phone messages. Stubbs and Clark denied a charge of conspiracy to possess drugs with the intent to supply at their arraignment before Acting Chief Magistrate Ancella Evans. Stubbs also pleaded not guilty to a charge of abetment to possess drugs with the intent to supply, while Stubbs and Alexis denied a charge of drug possession with intent to supply. The accused each granted $9,500 bail. They're expected back in court on May 6th for trial. And a gas station owner warning of the dangers of using ABM machines at gas stations. He says not only has he noticed persons acting irresponsibly at machines, but also forgetting one important safety rule while pumping gas. Joshua Williams has this.
A troubling trend at local gas stations causing one owner to speak out. Gas stations now provide an array of conveniences in addition to fueling up your vehicle. Many residents also use the ABM machines as they provide a quicker, easier way to get cash. But is it actually safer? Bahamas Petroleum Retailers Association Vice President Vasco Bastian shares what he's noticed in recent times.
I find too often at gas stations, and I do a lot of watching myself, observation, women and males and females tend to come out of the gas station with after they've used the ATM machine with the cash in their hand. That's a no-no. When you come to any gas station, be it Esso, Rubus or Shell, be very cautious. Look at your surroundings, especially also when you go to gas station, you use the ATM machines to please secure your cash in your pockets immediately.
But that's not his only concern. He says customers are also ignoring another fundamental rule.
And please turn off your engine when you come to the gas station at the pumps.
And why is it important?
And that, it's important because you don't want to cause a fire. There are certain guidelines and stuff that we have to abide by, and the safety is the number one guideline for all gas stations. Remember now, when you come in the gas station, you may not see it, but there are tanks underneath the ground, and the static electricity, it causes a fire. And if that car has an electrical shortage and you put in gas in that car while the car is on, that could cause a fire.
And the U.S.-Iran war to create consequences that extend far beyond the Middle East. The region plays a key role not only in global energy supplies, but also shipping routes, which could affect the price of fuel locally. But Bastian says there's no need to panic.
Continue to drive like they normally do. Some of us like the carpool, some of us don't like the carpool. But I just want Bahamas to go on living their normal lives. Cut back in areas that they might want to cut back into. But for overall, I think we should be fine in this side of the world. We can continue to be cautious with our spending. But other than that, I think we should be fine.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
And senators debating a compendium of education and financial bills Tuesday afternoon. The Education Bill 2026, once passed, will repeal the Education Act of 1962 and various amendments over the years up to 1996. In addition to lowering compulsory school age from 5 years old to 4 years old, Early Childhood Care Commission Bill will address the absence of a centralized authority that's dedicated exclusively to early childhood development. And that's along with proper training and qualifications for caregivers and educators. Moving the bill, government business leader Michael Alkitas.
Both bills, I'll style them the education bills, Madam President, deals with these, with affordability, with availability, inclusivity, safety and quality, and early access. And both bills deals and contribute to these goals at different stages of a child's life.
Opposition Senator Michaela Barnett Ellis says while elements of the bill are necessary, she and those opposite are hoping to see more of a vision for the nation's youth.
When I reviewed these bills, I was looking for something specific, a plan to recruit and train teachers that we are clearly lacking. Not just special education teachers, although we need far more of them, but also physical education teachers, music teachers, language teachers, including Spanish. Because education is not just about core subjects. It's about developing the whole child. And right now, too many of our children are being shortchanged.
All right, much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Ian McKenzie, he's in the Weather Center.
Thanks, Candino, and good evening, Bahamas. Welcome to your Tuesday evening forecast. Another gorgeous evening on the outside, mostly clear skies. A temperature of 76, feels like at 75, winds from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures across the country at this time in our nation's second city, Freeport, we have 77, 76 elsewhere in Marsh Harbor, Great Harbor Key, Governor's Harbor, and in the capital, 75 in Arlestown, Bimini, 77 in Nicholstown, Andros. Continuing with those 77s in the central Bahamas, we have Kemps Bay, Black Point, 75s in Arthurstown as well as Coburn Town, and 76 in Georgetown and Deadman's Key as well as Port Nelson, Rum Key. Southeast Bahamas, those 76s continuing in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Delectable Bay, and Abrahams Bay, Mayaguana, 77 Providenciales, Turks and Caicos, and 78 in Matthewtown in Agua. Satellite and radar composite, once again, dry, stable conditions, all courtesy of that dominating high-pressure system that will eventually slide towards the east in response to a weak frontal system that should stall just to the north of our area. Stick around, we'll tell you all about this straight ahead.
Coming up in sports, they finally figured out who ran the fastest, threw the farthest, and jumped the highest. 77 headed to Carifta 53.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepherd as she dissects candidates' promises, pasts, and personas. Candidates Catalog, where strategy collides with conscience. Only on RTV.
From the K-9 unit to the precision movement of officers on the parade, to the boys in blue hair on the SWAT team, to the police canteen, to the legal department. Join me, Jasmine Brown, over the next few weeks as I continue my annual Police Month series, where I'll take a look at several divisions within the Royal Bahamas Police Force. You can catch the stories on R News starting at 7 p.m., as well as log on to the R News social media pages.
For more than a century, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been the face of law and order. Established in 1840 with only 16 men, it's become one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country, employing hundreds of police officers. They've not only fought crime, but also built safer communities. And this March, in honor of Police Month, join me, Jasmine Brown, every week as we introduce you to the brave men and women who risk their lives every day to keep us safe.
It only takes a second for things to go wrong. Are you prepared? Don't become a statistic. Follow these simple rules. Leave early, obey road signs, wear seatbelts, invest in hands-free devices, and don't drink and drive. I'm Inspector Gerard Cum of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, reminding you that road safety is no accident.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Cloak.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Feels like it took longer than it would take to count the results of a general election, but they finally did it. They finally released the file. Not those files. The Carifta team. The B3 has ratified a 77-member team headed for competition at the 53rd Carifta Track and Field Championships, April 4th through 6th in St. George's, Grenada. The team breakdown includes 21 under-20 girls, 20 under-17 boys, 19 under-20 boys, and 17 under-17 girls. Okay, so the madness really ain't fun being on this side of the bracket. It's like you want to reflect on a great season, but it feels like so much more was left on the table. The postseason run ended in heartbreak for Coach Yo and Ole Miss in a 65-63 loss to the Minnesota Golden Gophers in the NCAA tournament's round of 32. On the men's side, assistant coach Mikhail McLean and grad assistant Willis Mackey saw their Kentucky Wildcats fall 82-63 to Iowa State. Last night, the guys took a couple L's, but the numbers though. We're here for the numbers. BJ Edgecombe exploded for 35 points, including a career-high 7 3-pointers, but the Sixers fell 123-103 to the Oklahoma City Thunder. With pretty much everyone else out, Edgecombe has stepped up over his last 5 games, averaging about 30 points, 7.2 rebounds, 6 assists, and nearly 4 3-pointers per game. Meanwhile, DeAndre Ayton had 13 points and 10 boards, his 18th double-double of the season, in the Lakers' 113-110 loss to the Detroit Pistons. That'll do it for our sports. Stay tuned to our news at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as more than 3,000 TSA workers missed their shifts Monday and hundreds have already quit. We'll tell you the major travel disruptions across the U.S. straight ahead. Plus, as the Kenyan mission to Haiti returns home, some officers remain as gang violence still gripping the capital, Port-au-Prince. And Cuba says its military preparing for a potential U.S. attack.
Conflict doesn't have to end in chaos. Before it escalates, take a breath. Step back. Choose peace. Listen to understand. Respectful conversations lead to real solutions. I am Sergeant 3599 Johnson of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, urging you, let's talk it out, not fight it out.
From 2017, one show has set the standard for current affairs in the Bahamas, and that's On the Record, one of the longest running current affairs shows on RTV. We've been the place where newsmakers come to talk. We've sat down with leaders in government, cultural icons, industry leaders, and international experts. From breaking news to in-depth analysis, our conversation sets the tone for the nation. We've tackled the biggest issues on the planet, held world leaders accountable, and given voice to the people. From politics to culture, business to the environment, no topic is off limits. Join us every Thursday at 8 p.m. and again on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Catch us streaming live on Facebook or catch up with your favorite episodes on our YouTube channel. 9 seasons strong, and we're just getting started. This is On the Record.
Too many suffer in silence, but silence only protects the abuser. Your feelings are real. Your safety matters. It's time to break the silence. If someone is hurting you, speak up. We will listen. We will help. I am Police Constable 4286 Sinead Douglas of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Let us build safer communities together. Do you think you know domestic violence? Think again. It is not just physical, emotional, financial, or sexual abuse, and it doesn't discriminate. If you feel intimidated, harassed, or manipulated, you're not alone. The Bahamas Crisis Center and the Domestic Violence Task Force are here. I am Sergeant 3992 Tamika Neely. Let's break the silence on domestic violence. Let's create safer communities.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepard.
This is our news. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Major travel disruptions spreading across the United States as senators race to end a partial Homeland Security funding shutdown that has left thousands of airport screeners working without pay. According to the Associated Press, more than 3,000 TSA workers missed shifts Monday, and hundreds have already quit, causing long security lines at major airports including Atlanta, Houston, and New York. Lawmakers now considering a deal to fund most of the department while temporarily blocking new money for immigration enforcement operations at the center of the political dispute. The White House says talks are continuing, but President Donald Trump has warned he may still oppose any final agreement. Kenyan police beginning a gradual drawdown from the multinational security support mission in Haiti as a new UN-backed force prepares to take over security operations there. Mission spokesperson Jack Mbaka says some officers will remain temporarily during the transition, while replacement troops under the gang suppression force are expected to start arriving as early as April. The force, supported heavily by funding from the United States, is expected to eventually field about 5,500 personnel. Kenya has already started sending officers home in batches, including more than 200 who returned last week, but officials have not given a final date for a full withdrawal. The mission, which began in 2023 to help counter Haiti's gang crisis, has so far cost the lives of 3 Kenyan officers and deployed far fewer troops than security analysts say were needed to stabilize the country. And Cuba says its military preparing for the possibility of aggression from the United States as tensions between the two countries continue to escalate. Cuba's deputy foreign minister told NBC's Meet the Press it would be naive to ignore the risk of conflict, though he said government hopes such a scenario does not happen. The warning comes after Washington moved to block oil shipments to the island, worsening a fuel crisis that has contributed to multiple nationwide blackouts, leaving more than 10 million people without power this month. Tensions also rose following the U.S. capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, a key ally of Havana, and warnings from U.S. officials that similar action could be taken against Cuba. Meanwhile, Trump said he believes he could take Cuba in some form as the island continues to struggle with repeated power grid failures linked to the ongoing energy shortage. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was March 24th. Then in our news at 7:30.
Tonight in our news, a veteran in the fuel retailing industry speaks on the impact a conflict in the Middle East could have on local fuel prices. Stay tuned to our news tonight for more details.
It's all coming up when our news returns.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepard as she dissects candidates' promises, pasts, and personas. Candidates Catalog, where strategy collides with conscience. Only on RTV.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Every year, car theft in the Bahamas rises. Thieves are getting smarter and faster. Is your car a target? Compact vehicles are at risk. Don't become a victim. Simple steps can make all the difference. Lock your car. Invest in anti-theft devices. Park smart. Protect yourself. Stay alert. I am PC 4392 Trayshawn Ferguson. Stay vigilant. Report suspicious activity. And let's create safer communities together. Learn more by visiting theroyalbahamaspoliceforce.org.
My name is Atreyu Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. Internet.
On this day in Bahamian history, in 1771, former Bahamas Governor William Shirley died in Roxbury, Massachusetts, with Shirley Street in downtown Nassau named in his honor. In 1940, Long Island native Frank Watson was born, later serving as Deputy Prime Minister and senior national leader with a major New Providence road named the Frank Watson Highway in 2010. And in 1964, cultural icon Sweet Richard passed away, remembered as a legendary entertainer and Junkanoo figure. And in 2022, the Bahamas welcomed the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge during their Platinum Jubilee tour, a visit that also reignited regional conversation, though, about slavery reparations. To learn more about the events that shaped the day that was March 24th, head over to ournews.bs. A triple crown victory this weekend for RTV's current affairs show On the Record. Now in its 10th season, it was named TV Talk Show of the Year for the third straight year. The Elevation Awards recognizing Bahamian creatives and productions each year for outstanding work in entertainment and media. Accepting the honor was guest host Megan Shepard, who stood in for host Jerome Sawyer. It's the third straight win for the show, as we said, and the fourth Elevation Award. On the Record has also won an Icon Award and 2 international awards during its 10 seasons.
Thank you so much for this honor. On behalf of Jerome, he extends his apologies. He is unable to be here this evening due to the funeral of a close family member. However, he continues to thank the Elevation Awards for recognizing outstanding Bahamians doing what they love the most. And to the viewers, of course, we thank you so much for welcoming us into your homes every Thursday night, helping to bring you the stories that we think you care about and the stories that you need to know. We thank you so much for your continued support. And he wants us to wish On the Record a happy 10-year anniversary. We are celebrating this year. We thank you so much for continuing to recognize the outstanding work that he and the entire team puts into every night.
On the Record, the weekly creation of a talented team from the media department at Cable Bahamas Group. Leading that group, the show's producer, John Deisha J.D. Hall. She dedicated this year's award to the show's original producer who passed away a few short months ago.
It would be remiss if I would not mention that we stand upon the shoulders of someone so great. And recently this year we lost the original producer, Miss Tanya Cartwright, and we would like to dedicate this award to her.
All right, good stuff. If you want to see that story again, and for all of today's top stories, you can visit rnews.bs. And of course, you can share your favorite stories right from the R News Bahamas Facebook page. That's going to do it for us in News at 7. Up now is Natalia Hall-Thomas with the latest headlines. And Natalia, obviously, we want to send a special shout out to the entire On the Record team.
For sure. Congratulations
for their third
to the
win.
team.
Yes, I think JD may be in master control at the moment. I don't know if she's still in there, but hats off to JD, Jerome, and everybody that makes that show possible. And Megan as well as the guest host for that show. Yeah.
All right, well, coming up, our Jasmine Brown gets a behind-the-scenes look at the K-9 unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on our News Live at 7:30, global conflict drives rising gas prices.
Tonight in our news, a veteran in the fuel retailing industry speaks on the impact a conflict in the Middle East could have on local fuel prices. Stay tuned to our news tonight for more details.
Plus, a Nassau man behind bars tonight accused of sexually assaulting his niece. Also, a major boost for cancer patients as the Bahamas Cancer Society expands its care center, adding new rooms to support those traveling for treatment. And later, a new president takes the helm at the Bahamas Technical Vocational Institute, with union leaders optimistic the appointment could mark a turning point for the institution. The story when our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Candino Notes here, and thank you so much for watching. Be sure and hit that follow button if you want to see more stories like this. Be sure and follow all of the R News social media pages. And hey, don't forget, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on top stories from the team you already trust.
Whether you're battling a chronic condition or offsetting a new injury, Doctors Hospital's comprehensive rehab services offer the help you need now. 3 advanced facilities at Collins Avenue, Carmichael Road, in Cable Beach means your personalized plan for care is just a visit away. From physiotherapy to occupational therapy and speech and language pathology, our team approach is all about rebuilding together. For a full list of services, visit doctorshosp.com/rehabilitation. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth it?
At Shield Insurance, we protect what matters most to you and your family. With over 10 years of trusted service, we offer coverage for your motor, home, marine, construction, business, liability, health, and life needs. Our dedicated team is with you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth, stress-free experience. Don't take a chance. Put it in our hands.
Healthcare needs don't stick to a schedule. When you need a prescription, you need it now. That's why Lowe's Pharmacy is here, innovating the Bahamas pharmaceutical industry since 1953. Back then, we delivered medication to locals in need by bike, and we're proud to say that little has changed. No matter the resources at our disposal, we've always done everything in our power to innovate. Today's technology means we can live out our vision stronger than ever. When your prescription runs out, WhatsApp Lowe's Pharmacy for a refill.
Welcome to our news. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall-Thomas. First tonight, a police officer at the center of a deadly shooting now expected to face a murder charge. Superintendent Berniel Pinder could face up to life in prison if convicted in connection with the March 21st death of 31-year-old Cody Castillo, a linesman with Pike Electric. Well-placed sources telling our news the officer involved in the fatal shooting of the American man could soon be formally charged. Castillo was shot outside a Plantation Bar and Grill on West Bay Street Saturday afternoon. Sources say the decision to bring charges follows a review of security footage and witness statements by investigators. Now, police initially reported the incident stemmed from an altercation that began inside the establishment and continued outside. It was further alleged Pinder fired a single shot after Castillo drove a utility truck towards him in what was described as a threatening manner. Now the matter remains under investigation and officials have not announced any formal charges as yet. Switching gears now, the war in the Middle East taking a direct hit on gas prices across the world with no clear indication on how long the conflict will last. Bahamians are bracing for gas prices as they continue to soar. Our Joshua Williams hit the streets to find out how residents are coping.
While we normally glance at the cost per gallon when we pull up to the fuel pumps, soaring gas prices have many of us taking a second look. The U.S.-Israel-Iran war having consequences that extend far beyond the Middle East, the region a critical hub for global energy supply and shipping routes. In fact, global oil prices have jumped from around $70 a barrel earlier this year to well over $100 a barrel. As of March 24th, the cost, $104 per barrel. So how does that translate to how much you pay at the pumps? Longtime gas station owner Bernard Porky Dorset says high prices aren't the only thing he's concerned about.
I guess it'll get worse before it get better again. But at the end of the day, I think the more important thing than fuel right now is this new situation come April the 1st where the government is talking about VAT zero, and you got two different VAT. You got one arm you could recover your money on, one you can't, and if you buy something, if you can't recover your money, that's problems. So, I mean, in any business, it's your profit margin. That's the only way you can stay in business.
As of Tuesday, March 24th, Tribune's gas tracker reporting Shell at $5.77 per gallon, Esso $5.32 per gallon, and Rubis $5.53 per gallon. The opposition also calling for a cap on VAT collected on fuel, arguing the government should not profit from rising prices. It's not a bad idea, according to Dorset.
10% of $5 is 50 cents. 10% of $10 is what? $1. So the higher the price go, the higher the VAT, the more money they make off the VAT.
But in the end, it's consumers that feel a pinch in the pockets. Or will they? Kino is a business owner. He tells me he's not all that concerned.
Say that on the other side of the world, yeah, we have oil that come from that side of the world, but if you're really studying what's really going on with this war, we shouldn't be affected by it.
And Family Island residents, perhaps feeling the pinch even more.
I remember gas being at 7 something, So if you're getting a gallon, you might be paying, just to get 4 gallons, you might be paying like $25 just to get 4 gallons, So it's a lot.
And despite the looming threats, Porky says it's important to continue to provide low-cost fuel for his customers.
But Porky had it for $4.99. But now I know the thing's going up. Porky still have it for $5.53 now. So I know if it's $5.53 here, it's higher out there.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks so much for that, Josh. Well, a major step forward for cancer care in the Bahamas. This as the Bahamas Cancer Society inking a $5 million contract with Coastline Construction for the expansion of their East Terrace Centerville facility. Construction is expected to take about 62 weeks, with developers promising a world-class facility delivered on time. The project will include adding 20 new rooms to its cancer caring center. This currently is made up of 10 rooms for housing patients from the Family Islands who were receiving cancer treatment in New Providence. The long-awaited expansion comes as the Cancer Society marks its 50th year in operation. The president, Rochelle Wilkinson, says it's a milestone moment.
Today represents progress. It represents vision becoming reality,
and it represents a bridge between 5 decades of service and a future that calls for even greater compassion, capacity, and care. As cancer continues to impact more Bahamian families, demand for our services has grown. This extension project is a direct response to that growing need. In the immediate term, it will allow us to expand our facilities, improve efficiency, and create additional space to better support patients, families, staff, and volunteers.
Well, the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute welcoming a new president this week. Keishan El-Bastian officially assumed the role yesterday. She brings with her more than 28 years of experience. But how does the union that represent BTVI faculty feel about her appointment? President of the Bahamas Union of Auxiliary Professionals in Education, Ernesto Williams, telling our news the change in leadership could signal a turning point. It's no secret the union was at odds with former BTVI President Dr. Linda Davis, who left the office last December. But with a new leader at the helm, Williams is expressing optimism about the direction of the institution.
We congratulate Mrs. Keishan Bastian on her appointment as president. We are thankful to our nation's government and to those parties who would have worked together to ensure that that she was placed into this position. And so, of course, we are hopeful. We believe that new leadership was necessary, new transformative leadership that will help the institution move into a healing process that restores trust, that strengthens the institution's effectiveness. And we are hopeful that now is the time that this can happen under the new appointment of this president.
A clear and pleasant evening with warm temperatures on this Tuesday. Meteorologist Ian McKenzie is in the Weather Center with your first look. Ian.
Thanks, Natalia, and good evening again, Bahamas. Currently outside our studios, mostly clear skies, gorgeous conditions. Feels like at 73, winds from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. Satellite and radar composite. Once again, high pressure remains large and in charge. Dry, stable, cool, comfortable conditions. Stick around, we'll tell you more about this in our extended forecast.
Still to come in our news, from tracking suspects to detecting drugs, the Royal Bahamas Police Force's K9 unit remains a powerful tool in crime fighting. Also, Miles for Smiles. Families come together to support children through a day of racing and fun on Grand Bahama. That's all coming up when our news returns.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepard as she dissects candidates' promises, pasts, and personas. Candidates Catalog, where strategy collides with conscience. Only on RTV.
From the K9 unit to the precision movement of officers on the parade, to the boys in blue hair on the SWAT team, to the police canteen, to the legal department. Join me, Jasmine Brown, over the next few weeks as I continue my annual Police Month series, where I'll take a look at several divisions within the Royal Bahamas Police Force. You can catch the stories on R News starting at 7 p.m., as well as log on to the R News social media pages. For more than a century, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been the face of law and order. Established in 1840 with only 16 men, it's become one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country, employing hundreds of police officers. They've not only fought crime, but also built safer communities. And this March, in honor of Police Month, join me, Jasmine Brown, every week as we introduce you to the brave men and women who risk their lives every day to keep us safe.
It only takes a second for things to go wrong. Are you prepared? Don't become a statistic. Follow these simple rules. Leave early, obey road signs, wear seat belts, invest in hands-free devices, and don't drink and drive. I'm Inspector Gerard Cum of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, reminding you that road safety is no accident.
It's more than a podcast. It's a movement. This is Breaking the Silence with Junior Clovis, where conversations we avoid finally have a place to breathe. Every story, every struggle, every breakthrough is brought to light, unfiltered and unspoken until now. Join us this Sunday at 2 p.m. as we confront the topics that matter, share real experiences, and change the conversation around mental health.
From sniffing out drugs to taking down suspects, the four-legged officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force's K-9 unit have been helping to put criminals behind bars for decades. Our Jasmine Brown recently visited the unit where she got to see them in action.
Here at the K-9 unit, there are currently 10 dogs attached, and trainers here tell me they can work on a number of crime scenes, including bomb sniffing, drug detection, and, of course, attacks.
There you go. So what we also do is we also train our dog to fight. So even if you have a criminal and he get bite and he try to fight our dog has the ability to fight back. He's not going to let go until his handler comes and tell him, let go.
That's 5-year-old K-9 officer Nico showing us just how he got his no-nonsense reputation. One of 10 dogs in the unit, he's highly trained and ready to handle just about every situation. While they may fall under the Internal Security Division like the SWAT team, the K-9 unit definitely stands out. Officer in charge of the K-9 unit, Assistant Superintendent Marco Hanna, says their dedicated dogs play a critical role along with their human handlers. They're trained to detect explosives, locate missing people, recover evidence, and attack suspects who flee from officers, as well as sniffing out illegal drugs. Hannah showing us how Tracker, a 4-year-old Springer, does it.
So what he's doing, he's prepping the dog. It's time to work.
Oh, he's quick.
And once he finds what he's looking for, he focuses on it. And he
so
sits.
He
sits, yes.
Okay.
And there's the drugs. And his reward is a tennis ball. So he's doing all of that for a reward. And these dogs, what we do is we train them to play. Dogs love to play. So we use the tennis ball, let's have fun, and they think it's a game.
And when they're not fighting crime or on duty, these canine officers are relaxing in their kennels or hanging out with their handlers. But at a moment's notice, they're ready to spring into action, proving that man's best friend can also be a criminal's worst enemy. Reporting for our news, I'm Jasmine Brown.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, we had to wait a minute, but the BTVI has finally decided on a 77-member Carifta team headed to Grenada. Great number. Shout out to VJ. We tried to get over some heartbreaking college hoops and big numbers put up in the NBA.
Yo, what's good, my loyal viewers? Ronaldo Dorset of 10YS here. First of all, thanks so much for watching, but be sure to hit that follow button. If you'd like to see more content like this, follow all of the R News social media pages, and of course, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team, well, from the teams you already trust.
Hey, Greg Thompson here, and thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that follow button. And if you want to see more content like this, follow all of our news social media pages. And hey, don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on the top stories from the team you already trust.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepard as she dissects candidates' promises, pasts, and personas. Candidates Catalog, where strategy collides with conscience. Only on RTV.
From the K-9 unit to the precision movement of officers on the parade, to the boys in blue hair on the SWAT team, to the police canteen, to the legal department. Join me, Jasmine Brown, over the next few weeks as I continue my annual Police Month series, where I'll take a look at several divisions within the Royal Bahamas Police Force. You can catch the stories on R News starting at 7 p.m., as well as log on to the R News social media pages.
For more than a century, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been the face of law.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Let's do show. Feels like it took longer than it would take to count the results of a general election, but they finally did it. They finally released the file. Not those files. The Carifta team. The B3 has ratified a 77-member team headed for competition at the 53rd Carifta Track and Field Championships, April 4th through 6th in St. George's, Grenada. The team breakdown includes 21 under-20 girls, 20 under-17 boys, 19 under-20 boys, and 17 under-17 girls. Head coach Alexis Roberts leads the team with a group of assistants that include Olympic icon Debbie Ferguson-McKenzie, James Roll, Clinton Smichael, Acacia Astwood, and Samson Colebrook.
When elite athletes go to a foreign country internationally, they get anxiety, and it's a foreign place, you don't know what to expect. Food is different. So we've been here before for the majority of the athletes. I think they know what to expect. When you see the competition level rises every year, you tend to see that the athletes are, they've perfected their craft and they get confident. And that's what speaks to the good performance.
Last year in Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas had its strongest meet in more than 4 decades. Their 16 gold medals was the country's highest total since 1984. Eventually, the Bahamas finished second to Jamaica, who won their 39th Carifta title with 78 medals, including 30 gold. But knock us down 39 times, Jamaica, and watch us get up 40. Okay, so the madness really ain't fun being on this side of the bracket. It's like you want to reflect on a great season, but it feels like so much more was left on the table. The postseason run ended in heartbreak for Coach Yo and Ole Miss in a 65-63 loss to the Minnesota Golden Gophers in the NCAA tournament's round of 32. The game was decided at the buzzer when Minnesota connected on a fadeaway jumper, capping a late comeback after Ole Miss star Cody McMahon fouled out with just over 4 minutes to play.
And I just think officiating as a whole really needs to be looked at. I really do. Like, I'm not just talking about this game. Something has to be done. It has to be better.
Last night, the guys took a couple L's, but the numbers...
Still ahead on our news tonight, Miles for Smiles. Families come together to support children through a day of racing and fun on Grand Bahama. And Ian is back with your extended weather when our news returns. Stay with us.
Meet the voices who want your vote. Coming to the RTV lineup, Candidates Catalog, a show that throws political heavyweights and newcomers into headline-grabbing challenges. Join Megan Shepard as she dissects candidates' promises, pasts, and personas. Candidates Catalog, where strategy collides with conscience. Only on RTV.
From the K-9 unit to the precision movement of officers on the parade, to the boys in blue hair on the SWAT team, to the police canteen, to the legal department. Join me, Jasmine Brown, over the next few weeks as I continue my annual Police Month series, where I'll take a look at several divisions within the Royal Bahamas Police Force. You can catch the stories on R News starting at 7 p.m., as well as log on to the R News social media pages.
For more than a century, the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been the face of law and order. Established in 1840 with only 16 men, it's become one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country, employing hundreds of police officers. They've not only fought crime, but also built safer communities. And this March, in honor of Police Month, join me, Jasmine Brown, every week as we introduce you to the brave men and women who risk their lives every day to keep us safe.
It only takes a second for things to go wrong. Are you prepared? Don't become a statistic. Follow these simple rules. Leave early, obey road signs, wear seatbelts, invest.
Welcome back, everyone. Here's a look now at your extended forecast, where we begin with our satellite and radar composite. Once again, high pressure remaining the dominant weather feature. Comfortable, cool conditions. This high pressure system should eventually begin to slide towards the east, all in response of a weak frontal system that should clip the extreme northwest Bahamas sometime tomorrow and into Thursday. Taking a look now at our boating forecast, there is a caution still in place across the northwest Bahamas, all courtesy of those lingering swells. There is also a high risk of rip currents for you swimmers out there. Winds easterly 10 knots or less, seas 1 to 3, but up to 6 feet offshore in those northeasterly swells. High tide at 1:27 a.m. tomorrow morning, low tide at 8:02 a.m. tomorrow morning. In the central and southeast Bahamas, no caution in place. Winds northeast-east 10 to 15 knots, seas running 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, comfortable conditions should persist across the area. Most of the area, that is. We do expect 1 or 2 showers mainly across the extreme northwest Bahamas late tonight into Thursday, and eventually moisture moving into the southeast Bahamas. Also, during that time period, across the northwest Bahamas, we can anticipate a frontal boundary pushing through our area late Saturday into Sunday, and that should bring some showers. Behind that frontal system, Sunday into Monday, strong, breezy conditions, so boaters and swimmers, please be guided accordingly and pay close attention to all further advisories regarding this marine advisory. That's a wrap in your evening forecast. Make it a great, safe, fun night, everyone.
All right, thanks so much for that, Ian. Well, Tino Beach in Grand Bahama transforming into a racetrack and a site for a Family Fun Day. It was all in the name of running Miles for Smiles. Tonight in the Grand Review, chair of the Grand Bahama Children's Home tells our news anchor Megan Shepard why year-round initiatives are so important to taking care of children from across the northern Bahamas.
Nearly 150 runners and walkers taking part in Miles for Smiles. It's a fundraising event to benefit the 26 children currently residing at the Grand Bahama Children's Home. Participants had the option of a 1-mile race, perfect for children or pets, or the more challenging 5K and 10K events. Chair of the home's fundraising committee, Fatima Zara Kaboub, pleased with the turnout.
It's so sweet to see not only sort of runners showing up, but whole families and bringing their dogs, their children, their toddlers. It was really sweet, actually. It was meant to be a family event, so I'm really happy.
And while the home receives subsidies from the Grand Bahama Port Authority, government, and other stakeholders, Kaboub says it's still not enough to cover the nearly $400,000 needed to operate the home on an annual basis.
Our facility cares for the children that have been abandoned, abused, and neglected by their families, and then we also cater for the whole of Grand Bahama, just not Freeport, but also Bimini and Abaco. So we have a lot of kids that come from away as well, and so we need to look after all of this children. So fundraising, it's a big thing, but also bringing awareness that we have a need, we are here, the children need the people in the community. So it's funds, of course it's funds, but it's donation in kind. If you have clothes, shoes, donation with shampoo, to anything you can think of, trainers, they grow out of shoes so quickly at that age.
And of course, she adds, the children are always in need of love, time, and attention.
So if you have time, you want to spend some time with our children, come and volunteers, please come and sign up and just support any way you can. It doesn't always have to be about money. It's also mentorship. A lot of these children don't have a father figure in their lives. So we have a lot of support for mentoring programs, for male mentoring program, female mentoring program, and we're very, very grateful to the people who are supporting us already. But, it's never enough.
And if you missed this event, the home has several ways you can help make a donation, whether online, at their office, or by supporting any of their upcoming initiatives.
It's very important to stay in people's minds and people's hearts. So we have this one in the winter. In spring, we usually have our tea party. And then in autumn, we will have a big gala. That's a big one where we raise most of the funds for the year. And then we have a little Christmas fair that we do around Christmas time.
Reporting for our news, I'm Megan Shepard.
All right, thanks so much for that, Megan, and thank you for joining us for our news tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall-Thomas. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.
Hi, and thank you for watching. I'm Natalia Hall. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. Click right over here. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to see more content from the team you already trust.